Hello guys, welcome to IB360. In this video, we are going to solve the questions that came in your IBDP 2020 HL physics paper. Okay. So over here in this question, they are given that N is the free charge carriers per unit volume. Okay. And the charge on the carrier is Q. What additional quantity is needed to determine the current per unit area? Okay. So we know that current I. So this is equal to your N Q A V, right, where N is your what, free charge carriers, right, per unit volume. Q is your charge on the carrier, A is your cross sectional area, and V is your drift speed. Okay, so they have asked what additional quantity is needed to determine current per unit area, right? So current per unit area is what? From this formula it becomes N Q V. Okay, and they have already given N and Q. So we only need the drift speed V. So that means the correct option is option B. So if they supply the drift speed, we can easily find the current per unit area. So it's an easy question number 14, option number B. Now proceeding on to the next question. Over here they are given a cell and the EMF of the cell is E, and we have to neglect the internal resistance. Okay, so what is correct for the loop WXY UV? So that is WXY and UV, right? So they have not given the, so what is so we have to find what is correct for the loop WXY UV, right? So that is WXY UW. Okay, so that means we have to see what is correct for the loop, this loop actually. So in order to just show you, this is the loop. In this loop, which equation is valid among the four options? Okay, so the classic example, this is a classic example of Kirchhoff's law. So you have to apply Kirchhoff's law in this loop. Okay, so first of all, let me just draw the loop. That will be easier for you. Okay, so whenever you are given a loop, you have to draw it first. So over here, this is EMF E. Okay, so from U to W, okay, we have nothing. So we have nothing. From W to X, in between W and X, we have a resistor R. Okay, so that means over here we have a resistor is R. Okay, from X to Y, again we have a resistor R. Okay, so this is X, this is Y, again resistor R. Okay, and from Y to this point we have nothing, so just connect it. Okay, so let me just connect it properly. Okay, so now we have successfully drawn the loop. Now we need to show the currents in the loop. Okay, so over here in this loop, the current that is flowing is given I2. So over here I2 current is flowing. Okay, now it has given that from the junction X there is a current I3 in this direction, but no current is given in the loop XY, right? So we need to find the current in this loop also, right? So we know that, see, in the junction X, what is happening? The net incoming current is what? Net incoming current is I2. The net outgoing current is I3, which is going in the ZX loop, right? So over here also there will be some current that is flowing out, right, in this loop also. Suppose the net current that is flowing out in this loop is RI4. Okay, so from here I can write that the net incoming current is equal to the net outgoing current in the junction X. So what is the net incoming current in the junction? I2. What is the net outgoing current? The direction must be going out from the junction. See, going out. So that means the net outgoing current is I3 plus I4. Okay, so we need to find the current in this junction, right? So we need to find I4, right? So from here I4 will come out to be I2 minus of I3, right? So that means we successfully found out the current in the junction XY also, that is I2 minus of I3. not junction, loop. Okay, so now if I just apply Kirchhoff's law in this loop, what will you get? So from U to W, go from U to W. Can you see anything? No, it's not. So add 0 plus 0. Okay, so from W to X, what is there? There is a resistance, right? And we are going in the direction of the current, so there will be a drop in potential, right? So that is minus of I2 into R. Again go from X to Y. Okay, so there is the resistance R, right? From X to Y there is the resistance R. So, and we are going in the direction of the current, that is from X to Y, so there will be a drop in potential, that is minus of current into resistance. What is current? I2 minus I3 into R. Okay, from Y to this point there is nothing, right? So nothing, so if there is nothing, add 0. Okay, from this point to this point, okay, we are going from this terminal to this terminal. Okay, so when we go from the small to the larger terminal, we add plus E. So over here plus E, so this will be equal to your 0. Okay, so if you just solve this, minus of I2 into R, minus of I2 into R, plus of I3 into R, plus of E, this is equal to your 0. So from here we get that E is equal to your minus of I3 into R. The closest option for this is option C. So the answer to this question is option number C. Now proceeding on to the next question, what is the relationship between the resistivity rho of a uniform wire, the radius r of the wire and the length of the wire when resistance is constant? Okay, so we know that resistance is equal to rho into L by A, right? Where rho is what? Rho is the resistivity, L is the length of the wire, A is the what? Area of cross section of the wire, right? So over here I can write that rho into L by A. So now what is area of cross section? So if the radius of the wire is R, what is the area of cross section? Pi into R square, right? So that means pi into R square. Okay, so that means I can tell that over here, see that resistance is constant. Okay, so that means rho can be written as R pi R square divided by L, right? So that means rho is equal to R into pi, R square by L. So as pi is a constant, pi is what? Obviously a constant. R is given in the question to be a constant. So that means over here rho varies as R square divided by L. So what is the correct option? The correct option is option number D. So this is the correct option for question number 16. Now proceeding on to the next question, a power station generates 250 kilowatt of power at a potential difference of 25 kilowatt. Okay, so that means the power generated by the power station is what? 250 kilowatt. So what is kilowatt in watt? 250 into 10 cube watt. Okay, and the potential difference is 25 kilovolt. Okay, so that means the potential difference V is equal to what? 25 kilovolt. 25 kilovolt. So that means over here 25 into 10 cube volt. So that means we know that power is equal to I into V, right? Where V is the potential difference. So from here we get that what is I? So what is power? 250 into 10 cube. I, that is the current flowing out, we don't know, into potential difference, that is 25 into 10 cube, right? So from here I comes out to be 10. So 10 amps of current will be flowing out through the power station, right? And what is the power loss in cables? Okay, so the power loss is equal to your I square into R, right? So what is the current that is flowing through the cables? 10 amps, right? So that means 10 square into R. What is resistance of the wire? 4. So that means 400 watts of current will be lost. So that means what is this? So 400 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilowatt, right? So that means from here 0.400 current. So my bad, just a second. Over here this will be equal to 0.400 kilowatt. Okay, so that means which option matches? Option number B. So the answer to question number 17 is option number B. So proceeding on to the next question, we have an electrical power supply has an internal resistance. It supplies the direct current I to an external circuit for a time t. Okay, so we know that the power that is supplied, so the power supplied will be equal to your E into I, where E is the EMF and I is the direct current. So that means the power supply would be E into capital I. Okay, so now the energy that is supplied to the whole circuit, E, what is energy? Power into time, right? So that net energy that is supplied to the whole circuit is equal to EIT. Okay, mind this is energy. Okay, so that means the EMF comes out to be net energy that is supplied to the entire circuit, okay, divided by I into T. So that means the correct option is total energy transferred to the whole circuit divided by IT. So this is equal to your option A for question number 18. Option A is the correct option. So thank you for watching our video. Do subscribe, hit the bell icon, click like and stay safe. Thank you.